Welcome to Review for today. Today is a very wonderful day. We want to talk about something very, very serious, something very important, especially a statement coming from an elder statesman. I'm talking about the former Minister of Defense, talking about Gusau, who has said Nigeria is a complex nation that cannot be secured just by the police alone. Then you begin to ask questions. Is it the police that is saddled with the responsibility of securing the lives and properties of the nation, or they are just law enforcement agents? My name is Ramsey Enoch, and of course, I have today Michael Edikan on the review. Good morning, Michael.
Good morning, Ramsey.
All right, Michael, let's put it up to you. This, the caliber of the person that has made this statement that Nigeria is a complex nation. Nigeria is so big, all right, for the central police alone to handle the security situation. And that is one of the reasons why we have rising security cases, okay? Insecurity cases in Nigeria, the rising insecurity cases, the kidnapping, the abduction, and a whole lot. What do you think? What do you make of this statement coming from the former Minister of Defense, talking about Gusau?
Absolutely, is absolutely correct. And of course, if you look at the statistics of the country, a population of over more than 200 million of people, and then you now look at men of our armed forces, you understand that the United Nations recommendations for security of the country, we are not even close, to that statistics. And it's sad. If you go to some communities, you see that they don't even have a police stations. They don't even have, they don't even see men of uniform. They are just operating by themselves. And it happens that if anything wants to go wrong in that kind of place, it takes time for maybe the police to come from the states or the local government where it's far from the communities, to get in touch with the response. And most of the times, you agree with me that many times you make call to, call the attention of the police to issues of insecurity. They can't handle it because they are not close by. So it's sad because there is a need. Many people have been proposing the issue of state security, for the federal government, and I think it's high time they go into the community policing because they have to internalize issues of security. People need to understand that they are protecting themselves.
But is it the police that is saddled with the responsibility of securing lives and property?
Absolutely.
Or they are law enforcement agents?
They are to secure lives and properties. They are to secure a day-to-day movement. The army has their own description of their job. The Navy have their own description of job. Everybody have their own description. So the police, and of course, they have the highest number of men. But it's sad because the men is not enough for them to be able to combat the population that we have. High rate of insecurity, policemen. The number we have cannot in any way
But
manage
apart
it.
from that, this is a system where a lot of people have lost confidence in the police because of certain compromises. They've compromised in some areas, all right? And this has made people to lose confidence in the police somehow. Or else, at least, they are supposed to contribute, like you said, even though they are not the ones solely saddled with the responsibility of securing life and properties. Well, as a matter of fact, this is where we want to bring the review to an end. But before we bring this review to an end, what would you have to say to the former Minister of Defense? Because he was once a former Minister of Defense, but nothing was done about this. It is until now that he's retired after several years that he's coming to say this. Why didn't he make some proposals to the federal government when he was still on seat?
Yeah, I quite may understand the limitations that some of these ministers they do have. You understand, someone appointed you, and the moment where you make your recommendations or suggestions and it's not being adhered to strictly, there's nothing you have zero efforts to actualize them. So the National Assembly, the presidency has the power, to make into law the issues of the community policing, which is a way to go. Trust me, is a way to go. There's a need to start empowering local people to start protecting their region, to start protecting their community. And by this, everybody will have a security issue to be everybody's business, not just leaving it to the hands of the policemen. So that's the need for me to say that.
All right.
I have to go back there.
All right. I think I got you actually, but then this is where we'll be bringing the review to the close. I just felt I should ask him that last question, but then people are so skeptical when it comes to community policing. And reason being that, well, people are scared of being compromised. When you are a community police, you begin to hunt somebody that offended you some times back, somebody that you had issue with at the farm, and before you know it, it's been turned to something else. To create another problem. So
everything that has advantage also has
disadvantages. But then the bottom line is that the borderlines needs to be secured. Thank you very much, Michael, for adding your voice to this wonderful conversation.
You have a wonderful day.
All right. Well, this is the size of the review. I've been saying this is the size, but this is the final size. All right. Have a beautiful day, and we'll come on your way again for more reviews in this country and around the globe.
Follow us on our social media handles at Oweleketv. Visit our website at www.oweleketv for a thrilling journey. Oweleketv, rising star at the fairground.